Okay, so this is a difficult video for me to make. A couple of reasons. It's not very exciting or proud moment for me, to tell you the truth. So I hope you watch it all the way to the end and yeah, let me know what you think. So here's a cautionary tale. We've had a wreck and it's a bad one. No fatalities, but a bad one. There'll be some pictures that we'll put on through this video. But it's a cautionary tale because if you think that, I've made videos of it mentioning this before, if it can happen to some, but if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. I've always been a believer in that, and I've always prided myself on the authenticity of this channel, and anybody that's been in the channel for a long time knows that I don't come on here making false claims or saying that, oh, you do this, you do that, and you'll be a millionaire, and you know everything will be fine. And there's a lot of channels out there that just spout a lot of garbage, but mine has always been truthful, and that's my big thing. Always been truthful. So we've just recently, I've kind of broken away on my own and been doing my own thing with the trucks. It's just getting on my feet, and the videos you'll see before this one, you'll see that my attitude's pretty good. I said our operational side of things is going great. Our Daniel's doing great in the office. We've got the workshop, and our trucks are better maintained now than they've ever been. We're getting more quality, intense work, and everything seemed to be going in the right direction. And last night, that's how appropriate, we've got a siren going on here, but last night I took my daughter to Chuckarama. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet place, and I got obviously, you know, if you watch, you know she's disabled, so I got a plate for her and one for me and bring it back. And I just got back to the table and the phone rang. It was one of our drivers, and if I could choose 3 drivers, I'd have Justin, Paul and this guy for their age, their physical ability, and their skill on flatbed and tanker work and anything really. Versatile drivers that can do anything. Anyway, we're a brand new trailer, hadn't done, it loaded up in Idaho Falls with its first trip going up to Moses Lake, Washington, and he unloaded and went and got his reload up at Northern Idaho there, load of rock, and he's coming down the road, and the truck, the front wheel, the front tyre slipped off. It wasn't a 4-lane, just a 2-lane road, no shoulder, just caught the side of it. Full speed, you know, it wasn't, you know, nothing reckless, or, you know, a decent bit of road. Just so happens the front tyre caught that and pulled the front tyre in, and so that happens, and you try to get it on, but as he got it on, the back tyre, the tyre of the trailer, dropped off the curb, and you know, flatbed. I've sung the praise of flatbed for a while now, and the stuff on that flatbed, the rock, happens to anybody, just shifted a little bit, and when it shifts, and you've got 22 ton that shifts and then catches, it took him over. Fortunately for him, he's wearing a seatbelt. I would say that 49, the wreck, it's chilling for me to see it. 49 times out of 100, I would lay money on that whoever's driving that truck's dead. Fortunately, he had a seatbelt on, and I don't know how it happened, but he's alive, unscathed. Oh, you'll have a sore shoulder where Well, the seatbelt grabbed him and saved his life, but the dog broke its leg and it's getting surgery today to see if it can live. But his dog was in the truck with him. But it's just a reminder of how you have to get things right, because he was wearing his seatbelt. If he was not wearing a seatbelt, to give you an idea, if you look closely at the pictures that my son's going to put up here, you'll see that the top half of the cab, just right at the driver's head, is sheared off. It's detached. The truck's twisted, mangled, and I don't know with the twist where that sprung the top half off. No idea. But just for me, brand new trailer, so all the brakes are great on it, tyres are great, everything's perfect. Registration was perfect. Same in the way out. I did a safety check in his truck. I fitted a new deck plate to it behind the cab that was a bit bigger for doing the flatbedding, and did a safety check on it and made sure everything was alright. Luckily, just luckily, he got a DOT inspection on his way up there, so probably 500 miles before the accident happened, the DOT had crawled all over the truck, checked his paperwork, so we're all good and in the clear. With that, he's safe, nothing's happened to him. Dog should survive, hopefully. But where do you go with that? Where do I go with that? You know, there's a I would say that the trailer's 70 grand. The truck's probably 40, 45. The load, the recovery, you're well into a 6-figure claim. So what happens next year? If they don't cancel us now, what happens next year when our renewal comes up? And I have done nothing wrong. I've sent out a perfect truck and trailer with a driver who has got probably the best MVR in the company. No accidents, no claims, no convictions, tanker endorsed, hazmat endorsed, fantastic young guy, really good driver, and these accidents can happen, and if you think that they'll not happen to you and you're going to buy a bunch of trucks, your chances of it happening go a lot higher. The more vehicles you have, the bigger the chance. Where I go from here, don't know. Do not know. It happened yesterday. To be honest with you, a bit shell shocked with it. Is taking the wind out of my sails a little bit, to say the least, and just a bit gutted by it. But you know, I watch a lot of these farm programs. I watch Just a Few Acres Farm. My daughter Elena, she loves it. Grandkids love it. All the animals, and it's almost like a Sims game, where it's a real Sims game, you know, whether somebody's life is a bit like this for me, I suppose. But and then there's one I watched tonight, and just I always believe in a bit of inspiration from somewhere, you know, that just that kid is alive just by the freaking there's a reason he's not passed away in that truck. But inspiration comes from different places, and I watched it was Sheraton Park Farms, it's called. It's just the guy and his wife. They've got a farm in North Carolina. It's a small farm where they're not selling livestock or produce. They're raising animals, and they butcher them at, you know, send away to a private butcher, and then they sell the meat cuts at the farmers market, so they're getting premium money for it. Anyway, I like the channel, but it's the secret to being successful at your business. And here's the secret, right? The secret is there's no secret. Okay, listen to this. There's 3 things that he mentions, and I'm going to give him, his name's Chuck, give him the credit for it. I'm just repeating it because it really meant something to me at the time, sitting there wondering what you're going to do next and what the next move is at the oil field. Do we lease on it to somebody, or we're going to get cancelled? So here's the 3 things, and then there's a little bit at the end. So there is really no secret. 3 things. First one is consistency over intensity, right? So if you're in trucking, you know what a super trucker is. The guys that have done it all, been everywhere, seen it all, they know best. They can do 10,000 miles in half an hour. You know, if they've done it, they've been there, they've seen it, they can do all of it. And then you hire them. I've hired them, just recently hired a few, not with this setup, but we had some of them that, you know, they talk the talk, and if you've done this long enough, you know when somebody's bull crapping you, you know, BSing you. Sorry, I almost cussed there. But you can tell when somebody knows a little bit and they try to make it sound like they know a lot. You know the ones. So consistency over intensity. So it's far better to have a guy who's steady, goes out there, does 500-600 mile a day, every day, you know, rather than the guys who like the truck stop and hang around there, you know. But in your business, it's better to just be consistent. Next one is progress over perfection, right? It's much better to be able to be progressing and getting better. You don't have to be perfect, you know, just as long as you're making, like we were doing here at the workshop, our trucks are in better shape than ever. In the last 2 years, our trucks are in better condition now than they've ever been. This is just very unfortunate. And the other one is fundamentals over fads. And I need to watch that, because I'm forever thinking, oh, is there something in the oil field, or we'll do hot shot trucking, or we'll do this, or we'll do that. And I wouldn't say that they're fads, but you're better just to stick to the basics, you know. If that applies to your business, you know, he likened it to when he was in high school, people were going doing ostrich farming, you know. What the frickin' heck do you do in ostrich, you know? Anyway, but the secret is, no secret, you just every day, you get up every day and do the work hard and do what it takes to make it, to get done what needs to be done. And the next big thing on top of that is don't quit, you know. If you quit, you definitely won't get things done, and you definitely won't make it. I'm at a stage right now where last night I could have seen trucks far enough. I spoke to my son Daniel, he came by, and we try to figure out what we do, and what you know, just grateful that the driver is safe. He should be back home tomorrow, a couple of nights in a hotel up there, and his dog gets surgery today, so that should be recovered, and get it back down here and take it from there. But Daniel stayed here and we had a chat, and then my other son Tommy chatted, and then my daughter Michaela sent us a message. You know, it's good to have people around you. You know, my wife was really concerned about it today when I spoke to her. You know, grateful that the driver's okay, but the driver is okay, and that's great. Don't get me wrong, that is a fantastic thing, but what now? What now? You know, I just took on a bunch of those trucks off the bank, and it's just getting on your feet and then the rug's pulled from under you. But I can tell you what I won't be doing. I won't be quitting. I will find a way to do it, and people are used to me finding a way to figure things out and make things work, and that's what I'll be doing. And how I do that, you'll just need to wait and see, because I'll figure something out, you know. Too many good people working for me that they're not just workers. Sorry, shouldn't say that. They're friends, they're family, and the ones that are actually no family are just as good as, you know. The ones that have been here the longest, there's, you know, Paul, and Justin, and old Brett. You know, they've been here. I've been with them for 5 years now. I was asking Justin today. You know, Justin came to work for me when he was 24, I think. So what are you, 27, 28 now? Oh, 29. I thought, oh my goodness, been here a while, boy. And they've relocated to here. I've got an obligation and a duty to them to look after them and make sure we're okay. And but never be giving up, that's for sure. Won't be quitting. just because you think you're going to go buy a truck, and then that's great, and then you can buy 2 more, and then you're 3, and then that's no bad. But once you get to a certain size, it's inevitable. Accidents are going to come your way, difficult stuff's going to come your way, and getting that phone call and seeing these pictures that no doubt you'll have seen through this this video, I saw, if you're shy of edgy comedians, don't watch this. But there's a guy called Jimmy Carr at home who was interviewed recently in a serious interview, not his comedy show, and the interviewer says to him, all these famous people that he knew were asked a question: if all the traumatic things that happened in your life, if you had the chance to go back and there was a switch that you could flick and have it removed out your life, and have that event and everything surrounding it erased, and they asked them, would you have that? Would you take that switch? Would you flick the switch and have that removed out your life? And 90% of them chose not to do that. And well, there's horrible things that happen to people that obviously would be good to erase, but business things and tough times, and and they all 90% of them said no, they'd rather have it. And that guy Jimmy Carr says, you can't have an easy life and have great character, and character's the thing that makes you get through things. So if your life's cushy and really easy and soft and fluffy and you don't have hard times, some little bit of a hard time comes along, it knocks you down. And I've had loads of the hard times, and sometimes I wonder why I keep getting a bit why I need to have so much bloody character, and I maybe have a wee bit less of the tough times that give you the character. But when I arrive at them, the experiences that I've had throughout my life help me be a bit more equipped for the things that come my way. Somebody asked me, said to me today, how do you manage to handle the pressure of all that stuff, and how do you do all these things? How do you manage to handle the pressure of it? And the freaking truthful answer is this: I really don't know. I know that the sun's going to come up tomorrow, hopefully, for me, and it'll be another day, and it'll go down the night, and I'll be a bit tired and a bit drained, and I'll put my head down and waking up tomorrow, and it's another day. The bit between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning is a trick. That's when your brain starts to deceive you. But I know from an old friend, Bob Laurie in Scotland, he told me, hey, if you get that, just get up. Don't lie there. Don't let your brain trick you. Just get up and turn the light on and make yourself a drink. So that's what I do. I'm out at 5 o'clock every morning because I can't sleep. But that's the events of this yesterday. Today I've let it sink in. I haven't done anything. I'm not going to make any rash decisions or any moves. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll get through Friday, and then it's Saturday, Sunday, and then I'll have a wee bit of I'll have retreated into my cave long enough, and I'll come out on Monday with a big fighting plan and take the world on again. But do I need as much character? Depends what's coming my way, doesn't it? Sure, it would be nice to have a bit of an easy life for a minute. That's for definite. But maybe in trucking that doesn't happen. Anybody that's older than me and been doing it longer, come on, throw me your information. I have not had a fatality, touch the wood, hairy wood's the best. But those pictures yesterday are chilling. He found his cell phone underneath the trailer, beside the trailer, so it's gone flying out the truck. The dog must have bounced around that cab. Just that, can't begin to imagine it. But just be careful if you're out there driving around with these big things, and just be wary. If you're driving a car, give the trucks plenty of distance, plenty of space. Don't cut in front of them, and whatever you do, don't squeeze between two. I've got to get off at this exit. Don't get stuck between two of them, because the one at the front stops, the one at the back ain't. So, but anyway, that's where we're at. I mean, there's another thing that comes into my mind, and it's I don't know much about anxiety. I don't know if I have it or if it's, but I've kind of got the definition of it a little bit, and it's apparently it's trying to solve problems in the future now, you know, and I think if you take care of today with a little bit of planning for the next little while, then you should be all right, you know. But yeah, well, this is not a jolly cheery video, but it's an integrity part of the channel, and it's honest, and it's the facts, and there's no point in me telling everybody that it'll all be roses out there if you go do what we're doing, because it bloody well won't, you know. So I hope there's some value in this for anybody that's watched it this far, and there's a gold star for you if you've got this far. In fact, see if you've got this far, subscribe and write a wee comment in the bottom to say I got it to the end of the video. Cheers, Tam. Okay, thanks for watching.